Okay, Michelle, as you know, you've got 15 minutes to present. After your presentation, you'll have a seat. Your guests will have to leave the room. We'll ask you some questions. You can start now.
Okay, so good morning, teachers and classmates. Today I present my research, which is cooperative language learning approach to enhance the students' communication and equality in learning, an action research study in a Chilean EFL classroom. Just to start, a little introduction. This was set in a 4th grade class with 39 students between 8 to 9 years, based on the curricular proposal for 4th grade. We had 90 minutes of English lesson per week. It was observed that there was a more teacher-centered approach rather than on the students, in which the teacher uses both languages to teach the target language. And the interaction pattern, it was more an individual one, in which the teacher presents the content, the students listen, then they work with worksheets, and after all that, they do a whole class revision. There was no exposure to cooperative work, and there was observed some sort of active and more passive learners. Just to keep in mind that Chilean Ministry of Education says that the aim of teaching English is to have students communicate through the language, and that is related to the individual work that then I'll explain more in details, and that the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization says that one of their commitment is that all students must achieve the learning objective, otherwise the learning should be considered met. That I'll explain so here I have two main contexts, which is the first issue that the students are not receiving sufficient opportunities to develop the target language as is expected by the Ministry of Education, and that this minor group of students that seems not to be reaching the lesson objective because they are mainly left behind, sort of. That is the second issue. So therefore, the Chilean framework for good teaching in the domain C says that all teachers need to generate and encourage students' abilities to investigate, to interact, to socialize the input, to communicate. So therefore, one of the approaches that we can use to enhance these two issues is the cooperative language learning approach. And in the literature review, well, we know that cooperative language deals with constructivism, that is Vygotsky. But since I have access to Brown, that is what he says. He says that social constructivism emphasizes, social interaction. Students work more effective with the peers and with the teacher, so they can discover knowledge together, as also Coleman and White says, that they can discover their knowledge. Also, another researcher, says that teachers and students need to be aware of this main concept, which is positive interdependence, meaning that all the students need to know that the achievement of a task will be achieved if all of them collaborate, but also they need to be aware of individual accountability, meaning that each student with their individual characteristics also contribute to the achievement of the task. And it is also important to keep in mind the social skills, since the activities are more cooperative. Some learners may have not developed social skills such as respect, tolerance, so that is something that we need to keep in mind. Also, Larson Freeman says that in a task, students can have different roles, such as the time maker, timekeeper, checker, reporter, as well as Harmer, which says that students can be given a situation, they can talk, they can use the language, target language, and arrive at a solution. This is why, based on the studies that I worked with, it was noticed that more information was needed on how cooperative language learning can boost communication and equality in learning when there is no suitable environment. If we recall our Chilean reality, in which there are many roles, it's kind of difficult to arrange students in a small cluster and promote group work. And when especially there is little exposure to the target language, since here or other countries are learning English as a foreign way. That is why my research might hopefully contribute to find out how to improve the students' communication in foreign context when there is no this environment promotion, and to get all the students pursue and reach the learning objective by constructing together the knowledge. That is why my research question is how does cooperative language learning approach enhance communication and equality learning for fourth-grade learners at a private subsidized school in Florida? And to explore this approach, these objectives were required, first of all, to recognize what are my active and my passive learners, that what I need to focus on more. To select the activities, the tasks under this approach, to analyze how these activities based on this approach enhance or not the issues that I found, and to reflect, finally, to reflect about the effectiveness of this approach. And what I expected is that with these lesson plans and intervention, I could enhance participation and willingness to use the language and to contribute to all the students pursue reaching the lesson objectives. Since this research was observed through field notes, and in one of the field notes I observed that there's these two issues needs to be improved. There was pretty much unfair. This is based on a critical paradigm. And since I am interacting with students with the psychological features, their feelings, their perceptions, their learning experiences, this is based on qualitative approach. And the design of this research is action research, in which the procedure, there are 4 of them: plan, act, observe, and reflect. In the planning stage, I based the lesson plan based on cooperative language learning, and I did an interview to the teacher just to find out her perception, her awareness of the theory, and whether she will be willing to try it after. In the acting stage, once these ones were prepared, I did the intervention based on cooperative and communicative activities provided for the students. And the observe stage, I kept a journal very informally, and then I passed it through field notes to record the students' improvement or achievements and keep track of them. And in the reflecting stage, I did some mini workshop with the students to find out about their perceptions. As I mentioned before, there were 39 students sitting in large main rows. They worked together. There was I observed one student that wanted to ask for help to a classmate, and this refused. So they were really accustomed to work individually. With worksheets, no communication, no instances to interact. I gathered info through field notes, the interview, and also field notes to record the reflection workshop. The methodology and trustworthiness. My idea of transversing ideologies was identifying that these young learners were unaware of the way in which they were actually learning in this individual pattern, and that they were also unconscious of the benefits of constructivism and cooperative language learning. And social justice, I depicted this minority of learners that needs to be provided with the police to raise their voice. These ones who didn't want to communicate or were not able because of their psychological feature shyness or their special educational needs. And so that is why I think that they need support. And as I said before, cooperative language is an approach that suits their requirements. And I think that this approach and the intention will be really valuable for them, because they will know the benefits and the importance of working together. It will be useful for them and for the teacher and for future experiences. Regarding the findings, I based my findings in grounded theory that was divided in plan stage. The phenomenon that I was observing, there was a lack of good communication and equality in learning probably because of the students' background, the shyness, the students, the ones that didn't have support of the family, the ones that were special educational needs that had cognitive issues. And also because of the teacher instruction, the strategies that they work individually on their worksheets. And that might cause these barriers that hinder the students' willingness to communicate, which therefore led into having this minor root into inequality in language, since they didn't want to raise their hand to solve doubts, or they didn't have access to a peer to solve their doubts. In the act and observe stages, what I found is that after I applied the communicative and cooperative activities with the same students' background, there was a little enhancement of the students' willingness to try to use the language through activities such as the meetings, the find someone who, in which they talk, they use the structures like, do you like this? I like, no, I don't. And they did it. They actually did it. And it caused also actions for them in terms of they use the language and decisions I wrote here, because for those students who needed more support, I did some sort of more personalized teaching. I approached them and I helped them. They're really close, which was very useful for them. So that is why I say that there was a slight enhancement of communication and equality, because since there were 4 interventions, I think it didn't have like a much bigger impact, but probably in a year it will be really great for them. And in the reflective stage, this individual work into a cooperative ones with this approach, because of more interaction, more communication, but it was positive and negative outcomes. The negative ones were really surprised for me, because these had learners that say that these activities were really frustrating for them and really boring, since they had to wait for the other classmates. But that is for some of them. But for those students who were struggling learning, it was really significant. They said they felt comfortable, they felt willing to ask, to raise their hand, to be volunteers, to use the language, to use it. So I kept with these positive outcomes. So yes, cooperative language learning deals with constructivism. Definitely, as students work together, they discover meaning, they learn. They learn more effective with the peer, yes, because when I make them work with the activities in think, pair, share, it was more easier for them to understand the activities, since they have to talk what is the activity going to be, what was the activity about. As Harmer said, students can be given a situation. Yes, actually, with the find someone who, it was demonstrated this point, because they didn't discuss, they didn't use the language like in a discussion, a dialogue, but they were able to use this pattern. This, I like, do you like this sport, do you like that? So it would be really sometimes difficult based on the reality with these large roles and a lot of this and the sequencing of the classes. But it's still possible to get students used to arrange the sittings before the teacher enters, or to take these group of learners outside in the school year. So it's still possible to apply big activities such as find someone who or others in which students work. So I would say that it really cooperative language learning contribute to that getting students use more the language. Definitely, since they work with dialogues, questioning with questions, and to more equality, I would say that yes, because they not only ask the teacher, but also among them, and it's more clear and meaningful. My metacognition. I would say that that I need to work on is my empowerment my role, because I know I have the theory, I know I have planned my lessons with dedication, but sometimes I feel already afraid of having like a lot of the students and the tutor watching me. That leads to anxiety that I need to reduce, but it's possible to work on that. And my strengths, I would say that I am really aware of the benefits of the different theories. That I remember a book that I read in teaching that I didn't wrote it. That said that some teachers think that theory is useless just because they haven't internalized the benefits. So I think that is a strength of me, that I am aware of the benefits of the theory. I am also willing to innovate, to bring more activities to the classroom, probably using technological resources or more activity formats, especially, or more fun, so students can learn and also enjoy. And I took this role of one of the roles of the teacher as a rapport builder, taken from Spread, that is the TPT course book. Because I know I have been told about the importance of building rapport, but it's really different when you are in the class and you have these students from Venezuela, from Haiti, and when you approach them and they create a bond with you, you see that it's easy for them to learn, to get close to you, to ask. So that is why I think it's really important.